If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
It's unfortunate in some ways that Tom, being what he is, has become almost blasé. He's just so good that if it were not Tom Brady, if that was Kyler's name with all those stats, we would be like, wow.
He'd be a runaway MVP.
Yeah, whoa.
He'd be the runaway MVP.
Right.
30-17 win over the Falcons. Tom Brady threw for another 4 touchdowns, bringing his season total to 34, number 1 in the NFL. He also leads the league in passing yards per game, which means in the year 2022, he's at this moment the front runner to win his 4th regular season MVP.
As I said many times, nobody deserves more credit for our success here than Tom does. A tremendous opportunity for me to coach the greatest player in NFL history, and on defense with Taylor, the greatest offensive player with Tom.
Is Tom Brady's peak comparable to the peak of greatest quarterbacks of all time?
Which of his 3 peaks?
Exactly.
I mean, that's why he's the greatest of all time, is because you have to break the career down. Look, I don't think there's any question. He says Lawrence Taylor because he coached him and he saw how great he was, obviously, firsthand. But for him to put Brady in the conversation with Lawrence Taylor, who he's always said was the best player of all time, tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, I mean, how do you argue it? Like there's no argument. You would like to try to come back and fight. To your point, I mean, what is this, his 3rd, 4th Hall of Fame little run? I mean, it's getting ridiculous, and look, and it's only getting better. Like, I mean, the way that he sees the game, and it doesn't matter. Just take the names off the back of jerseys that he's played with. I mean, you think about Brate and Fournette last week got 2, and then Gronk gets 2 more. And Gronk's rumbling and stumbling and still. I mean, it's just amazing that he gets himself to this level every season, and he's got himself in this conversation. I mean, Belichick says it right, man.
And Rob, you'll recall that when we made our preseason picks,
yes,
my pick for MVP this year, my prediction was Tom Brady.
Not Patrick Mahomes, not Jordan-esque?
Nope. It was Tom Brady. I thought Brady'd have an MVP year.
Okay.
And Jordan didn't win it every year. In fact, he only won 5.
No, I'm just asking.
So you don't win it every year, even if you're Jordan-esque. But Tom Brady, Rob, right now is the front runner for the MVP.
Let's talk about Tom Brady, who, let me illustrate this in proper form with a full screen and talk about this old dog. Well, he's up to some new tricks. Look at Tom Brady. Most games with 4+ passing touchdowns in the NFL single season. Look at these years and look at these names and look at these players. Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. What's up? Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Dan Marino. You want to know what I see from all of those guys? What's the one thing in common between all those guys in those years? Go ahead. I just say it. They all won the MVP. Tom Brady's put himself in position to win MVP. Why? He has more passing touchdowns than everyone. He has more total touchdowns than everyone. He has more passing yards per game than everyone. And he has more total yards per game than everybody except Lamar Jackson, who's a regression according to you, but I don't think that's regression, but I digress. Point being, it's his trophy again, and again. He's going to get his 4th MVP. Respect to Tom Brady, the GOAT.
I think Brady, and really by the standard you said, an MVP season. Right now, and there's still a good amount of football, 5 games left to be played. But right now, I think it's Brady. I really do. That's not because I picked him as my preseason pick, but I think it has to be Brady right now. He's leading the league in yards per game at 314 plus per game. One of only 2 quarterbacks over 300 yards a game. He's leading the league in touchdown passes with 34, so he's on pace to hit almost 50. He's had 6, count them, 6 games this season with 4 or more touchdowns. That's insane. No other quarterback has more than 2 such games. 6 with 4 more. Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers is second. And I think that's a come up for him because I think he had to climb.
I'm just wondering, Stephen A., can you remind me what happened the last time Tom Brady played Aaron Rodgers? And he had
They won an NFC Championship game.
Yeah, was that in Green Bay?
That was in Green Bay.
Oh, and did he have a torn MCL?
Who?
Tom Brady.
Did he? I don't even recall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know what? And that's a great point. That's a great point because Tom never brought it up. Tom never brought it up till we found out the whole season.
Tom Brady.
You know why? Because he ignores the noise.
Tom Brady.
And so I think, Rob, no matter how you slice it, I mean, Tom Brady, it's just a clinic when you watch them. The way it looks so easy. He's got a ton of receivers and he's spreading the ball. Gronk, Evans, Godwin, when AB was playing him, the backfield. I mean, he's just throwing the ball very well. And I don't think it's any doubt he's the MVP right now.
Brady led a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter or overtime for the 66th time in his career. Not only is that the most all-time, but it's 10 more than Peyton Manning and Drew Brees, who are next on the list. And Brady has 4 game-winning drives this season at 44 years old. Steve, what else is there to say?
Well, not much. Not much that I can add, but I watched Tom Brady 66 times essentially do the same thing, Susie. He is going to start every game-winning drive the same way, being safe, calculating. He takes advantage of the open flats, he calls about it, and the easy throws. Watch here. Drive starters. I am not looking deep and will never look deep until he gets to midfield. So here he goes here. Then the second play you're going to see is the fade that's calculated. He sees the safety running to the middle. He knows he has one-on-one, and now he's going to take an overwrought, tired defensive corner and try to put them in a bad spot, which he does. So now he's gotten towards the middle of the field, but he's still going to be very safe. Watch. He's looking downfield. He's not throwing downfield ever in this spot. He's going to go to Gronk, and because he's forcing the defense back, they're tired and overwrought, he ends up with a big gain. Now the game's on the line. Tremaine Edmonds is sitting in the middle of the field. They're going to cross. Everyone's going to disappear. Look at him stare at Edmonds and watch the crosser as they try to pass it. Edmonds has the crosser, Perryman, but Tom tells him and lies to him. Well, Tom Brady lied and abused Tremaine Edmonds. That is not fair. It's illegal. He lied to him and made him look right, and as Perryman went by him and won the football game. Tom Brady attacks once he gets to the middle of the field in those game-winning drives. He never attacks early. He uses the overwrought nature of a defense to be back, just take dink, 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 and attack. He's amazing. 66 times.
Leads the league in passing yards and touchdowns in his 22nd season at age 44. His 35 total touchdowns are more than a lot of teams. And here's some more cool stats for you, Michael. After 4 touchdown passes against Atlanta yesterday, that was his first time ever having 6 games in a single season with at least 4 touchdown passes. It's the 6th time in NFL history that a player has had 6 games of at least 4 touchdowns in one season. And the previous 5 times, Michael, those guys went on to be MVP.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day. Thanks for watching.